Hey you, how's it going? My name is Ruby Price and welcome to a week ago. So the new week ago video is up. I hope you have watched it. If you haven't, do go watch it before we get too far into this one. I celebrate my 3rd anniversary by playing Muffin Time, because the irony was too good to be true. So what's happening this week? Well, this week I'm hoping to actually make a lot of progress on my master's dissertation. Like, I wanted to make so much progress over the last week. Like, it's in my, plan to have been doing so much work last week. But I just wasn't in the right frame of mind for, 4 of the 5 days to make any, positive headway whatsoever. And all it is just collecting YouTube comments at this point and analysing them. In all honesty, I had a really, really shitty week for mental health, and I just needed a distraction, of which I was all too grateful to grab hold of. So hopefully this week will be different. Well, I'm yet to start that productivity. Gonna have a reinvigorated effort after I have a shower. Maybe that will help. I hope that will help. Also, YouTube seems to be deleting my YouTube comments. Or at least not showing them to me, because I know that I'm getting them, but they're not showing up. Just casually got my phone out to, play a little bit of Pokemon Go, mid-YouTube video, and I come across a shiny Swablu. That's my 2nd shiny Swablu. Tonight, we return to Cooking with Ruubez. And here's something I prepared earlier. Chopped onion, small, sliced garlic, sliced red peppers, started boiling water, and I've got a wok with some olive oil in. I always prefer olive oil to vegetable oil, and I think that's just because that's the way my mother raised me. But I am making pasta because they've all had bean and vegan cheese toasties, and I don't like either of those things. So yeah, I had ham on toast. I was like, it's just not gonna work, is it, for dinner? So I'm now making pasta. Actually, this is the first thing I've actually cooked that's like dinner since moving in. Also, something that you don't tend to see. The light works in our ventilation fan thing. You never see that. No. If you've got one of these, does your fan work? Because usually I don't see it. Alexa, time 10 minutes. Add the onion. So not a requirement, but I'm adding some Linda McCartney hoisin, shredded hoisin duck. Just to give it more of a texture. Now what you really want to do is add a little bit of water to that, just to give it some hydration. Fortunately, it tends to evaporate rather quickly. I might have used too much water. In my defense, it's been a while. Time to add the peppers again. Now, I'm using red peppers, but that's mostly just because it's personal preference. And also, it was the smallest pepper in the fridge, and I didn't want to use a big pepper. It's just for me. However, as with all pasta portions, you are allowed to overcompensate and give yourself way too much, because that's how pasta works. Cooking with Ruubez is political, isn't it? Yeah. How much of a shit job are the government doing at the minute? Are we in lockdown? Are we not in lockdown? Should people be going out to eat for 50% off? Should children not be getting obese? Yeah, there is quite the differing of messages going on at the minute. Who launches an anti-obesity campaign at the exact same time as, making it so that people should go out and eat food, and lots of it for not much money. Anyway, back to cooking. If you want, you can add other veg to this. I'm just doing peppers because it's the easiest thing for me to do. It's very simple. I've been known to add broccoli, Ian's added mushrooms. Yeah, plenty of different options. Why would I want to do that? I'm just going to turn the veg and stuff down so that the pasta has a chance to catch up. Because, Alexa, how long left on my timer?
You have 1 minute left on your 10-minute timer.
1 minute to go. Alexa, stop. Okay, it required 2 tests, but that pasta is done. So after that, just add it to the mixture. And now all it's left to do is add the sauce. What you want to do is make sure you get that, nice and mixed in. Make sure everything's covered in sauce, because as everybody knows, the worst thing about pasta is when you have pasta without sauce. And then what you can do is leave that to simmer whilst you wash up what you've used, because nobody likes someone that doesn't wash up after they cook. So now we just need to get it from the wok into the bowl. And there you have some delicious, delicious pasta, complete with peppers, garlic, onions, and Linda McCartney hoisin shredded duck. Now wash the rest of your things.
Okay, well at the end of my turn, discard the top part of each deck. So let's just do that.
Mood. Well, it's fair to say today didn't quite have the get up and go that I was hoping for. I slept in again. Was just on the phone for the last hour, so yeah, I don't know what it is. I just can't. Like, I'm trying. But I just can't. So one of the things I've needed to do for so long was update the video that's on my Patreon page. I think I filmed it back in when did I film it? So one of the things I've needed to do for so long was film a new Patreon video, because the video on my Patreon page was filmed back in February 2016 and very much just doesn't represent the kind of content that I can make anymore, because 1, my skills are so much better, 2, my technology is so much better, and 3, yeah, I just filmed it in front of this. And yeah, just if you enjoy my content, please just do go and check out my Patreon page, because at this current point, like, financially I'm fucked, and I would always appreciate the support. So a couple of things. I haven't vlogged at all since about this time yesterday. Yesterday it was very much a case of things just kept happening. Yeah, we watched Jojo Rabbit, which is honestly one of the best films of 2019. Wasn't really focusing on vlogging. And today, well, today has just been god awful. Mostly I'm just having a really hard time mentally, and I don't know what's causing it, which is making it worse. I don't really know what to do about that. So, and I'm not getting any freelance work, just don't really know what to do. And uni work wise, well, uni work's just being placed on the back foot, because you've got to be in a certain frame of mind, and I'm just not in it. It's literally on a day-by-day basis as to whether I have, a good day, a bad day, or just a meh day. And I don't know how that's going to be until the day starts. So we just watched Black Klansman, most of us for the first time, and it gets a 100% recommendation from me. There'll be something in that movie that educates you. And also, there's too many things in that movie that still ring true today. And that's wrong. Well, I still slept in today, but I seem to have woken up in a much better, position. I'm feeling more awake. That's a good thing. And yeah, now I've just got to translate that into productivity. I work well under pressure, but like a certain level of pressure, because once there's more pressure, that's when I crumble. I had an idea for a YouTube video though. 1 day later. So I was rudely chased out of my bedroom by a wasp this morning, which is basically the only reason I got out of bed. yesterday was the right headspace for work, but I just didn't get around to working. Like today is the wrong headspace to get on with work. But I no longer have a choice. Is that post?
Yeah.
Post. So yeah, this is the Enter Shikari Future Historians photozine that you get by being part of the Future Historians. The second issue, and it's, you know, just full of cool photos and stuff from, it was supposed to include photos from the album release tour and like the recording, but the album release like tour, which was just a bunch of shows, didn't happen because, well, COVID. But it's the kind of thing that I'd love to be able to do with Ruubez Media and stuff, and the photos that I've taken. So just gathering interest, because it would be a good way for me to make some income at this point. If I were to make like a little booklet like this, I try and make sure it's good quality and stuff. If I included the images that I've taken for Ruubez Media in something like this, would people be interested in it? I'd make it like, you know, affordable. Yeah, I do really want to have a physical representation of like the things that I make as well. Tell you what, it's warm today. Really, really warm. Hence why I'm experimenting with the headband again, but not having my hair up, like tied up. You know, I think it might be something to definitely consider going forward, because I do quite like it. Apparently it's Flight Simulator mode over there, complete with propeller. That's when you know it's warm, when devices' fans are just like trying to take off. But yeah, Beth's gone and left me tonight, so the office is all mine. Had the podcast lineup confirmed for the weekend. I'm hosting the qualifying analysis, reaction, whatever you want to call it, with the same crew that it was supposed to be last weekend. Owain and Louis. Hopefully Louis doesn't have the technical issues that Louis had last week. So yeah, should be fun. Should be fun. Other than that, it's going to be a quiet weekend, so I'm not really sure there's going to be much to show you, which is a shame for this week, because this week has very much been, I might as well say it, this week has very much been a write-off in terms of vlogging content. Not much happened on camera, and also not much happened that, you know, I wanted to be vlogging, because let's face it, this week I have had the worst time, and last week wasn't any better. I just happened to be able to vlog a bit more last week, so there is that. Let's cool down a bit now, which is nice. It's Community Day tomorrow, Pokemon Go, so it's going to be nice to have a chance at finally getting a shiny Magikarp, which I can instantly evolve into a shiny Gyarados to fulfill my Johto nostalgia. I remember when they announced this, people were like, oh, here we go again, feeding into the Kanto bait. And it's like, one, yeah, I understand, but two, the first, you know, shiny in Pokemon was a shiny Gyarados. Why wasn't it not the first Community Day? You know, when the emphasis is on shiny Pokemon, you do your first shiny. It's a Johto thing. It's not Kanto. It might be Kanto Pokemon, but it's a Johto shiny. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a Gyarados. A shiny Gyarados. Okay, so fun fact, there's a lot of comments on my most recent video that's not a week ago, the 3 years on from having surgery video. There's a lot of comments that are appearing on that about my voice, and basically, please stop. Please stop commenting on my voice. I'm fully aware that my voice can sometimes be, you know, not high pitched. However, fun scientific fact, my voice when I'm naturally speaking actually fits somewhere in between. My voice fits in an androgynous position scientifically. Essentially, when I started my voice training, I was already at a pitch that, you know, fits within the the usual, in inverted commas, range of both someone who is male and someone who's female. So please stop commenting about my voice, thinking you know better. You know, yes, sometimes I slip down every now and then. Who doesn't? I bet you a fiver I can find a cis woman with a deeper voice than mine is in that particular video. At certain points. It's time to start off Saturday, which will hopefully provide me with plenty of shiny Magikarp. Johto hype complete. So that was a interesting qualifying result. Definitely is gonna give a lot to talk about. Now I just need to, make sure that the actual podcast part goes as well as the qualifying from certain people's perspective, I guess. There are definitely some people that would have definitely wanted a better qualifying. Cough cough, Sebastian Vettel. What? So, 4 PM. I hope you were there, since it's in the past for you, but the future for me. But yeah, I went through and removed a lot of comments on the 3rd anniversary video, just regarding my voice and stuff, because as I mentioned last night, it's just getting really fucking annoying. I think in the space of me complaining last night and me waking up this morning, there were another 3 comments. Which A, shows that the video is doing quite well, because it's now on at least 10k views. But also, just stop. Just stop. Anyway, time to prepare a podcast. After an explosive end to the British Grand Prix 1 week ago, Valtteri Bottas has claimed an explosive pole position ahead of his teammate, who fell a further 0.06 of a second behind. Can he continue his form tomorrow in a race he desperately needs to win to have a shot at the title? Welcome back to the Formula 1 Grid Talk podcast. Today we are analysing today's 70th anniversary GP qualifying at Silverstone. We are powered by F1 Chronicle. Visit f1chronicle.com for news, reviews and opinions of all things Formula 1. Hosting today will be me, not George Howson, but Ruby Price, and joining me are broadcast journalist Louis Edwards and engineering student Owain Medford. So guys, a very interesting and possibly against what we were expecting qualifying session, wouldn't you say, Louis? And that went exactly how I would have liked last week's F1 podcast to go, other than me accidentally ending the live stream rather than ending the recording. So having to do the post show in a separate stream, but other than that, I was happy with the way that podcast went. Yeah. It's sweltering, and that's the reason why we stopped. So yeah, today I'm mostly just working on video stuff, so I'll update you when anything noteworthy actually happens. But yeah, it's too warm, way too warm. Nah. Well, I finished the video stuff I had planned for today, so now I just need to edit a week ago before you can carry on, before spending tonight finalising the design for the Ruubez Media website, which should ideally be going out the same day that this video goes out. So if you're thinking of hiring me, or you just want to, I don't know, does just clicking on a website boost its SEO? Yeah, if you want to boost my website's SEO, go click on it. I'll leave a link in the description, but ruubezmedia.co.uk. Please hire me. I need money. Badly. Or just buy my merch. support me on Patreon. Any of the above. So yeah, it was somehow warm enough to warrant a change of clothes. Based on the fact that there's really not going to be much else happening, and this week I very much want this week to end, to be honest. You know, this has been a rather shit week for me, and the sooner I can stop thinking about it and, you know, sort of switch off, the better, really. But hey, tomorrow's a new day, tomorrow's a new week, so yeah, everything's coming up me tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna call this one a week. If you did manage to get something that you enjoyed out of this one, please do let me know YouTube stuff. Like, share, comment, subscribe, etc, etc. I'm really sorry that, you know, this week has just not been the week that I think anyone really wanted, but yeah. Kept the viewing time down though, didn't it? But yeah, as always, I've been Ruby Price, and I see you a week ago. Adios. Bye.